Welcome back to part 3 of my Golf GTD. If you've seen 1 and 2, thank you. The response has been amazing. I didn't think that I'd get 6,000 views across the 2 videos that I've put on YouTube. Only one thing though, I've only got like 250 subscribers, so if you could just stop the video right now, like and subscribe this video, it really means a lot. It will help go forward and get more cars. I've been into motorcycles since I was a kid, and I've recently just sold my beloved R1. I've sold it to invest in the channel, to buy more salvage vehicles and repair them. You'll get to see what I buy for you guys to watch me fix up on the drive. Hopefully I could get a little garage somewhere, because the weather's going to get bad. I mean, today, grey skies, but hopefully it holds off. So this Golf GTD, where I'm at, the inside of the car is an absolute mess. Every airbag is deployed. Airbags have deployed in areas where I didn't even know airbags were. So I've got to get all that tidied up. The headlining down, the curtain airbags. It really does look a mess in there. The seat belts need changing. So the car's all panelled up now. I had a couple of people say to me, why is there 2 different colours on the car? The front end of the car that I bought was second hand. It had already been painted. So before getting them painted in the correct colour, it's always a good idea to panel the car up, align it all up to make sure it all lines up perfectly before getting them painted. Because if you was to get them painted and try and line it up and damage them and scratch them, it's easily done. You're kind of back at square one, and it's extremely costly to get these cars painted. So let's get inside this car. Let's get it all fixed up. Let's get all these airbags changed, and yeah, go from there. So what I've got to do, I've got to get the front seats out to give me access to the center console. The center console needs to be removed. They're all like in sequence. They all hinder access to screws and fixings to get parts out. So the seats have to come out first, then the center console, some trims, A-post trims, and then I've got access to the dashboard. So bad thing is I haven't got the new dashboard yet, so I can't see where the screws are. So it's a bit of hide and seek to try and find out where the screws are, but I'll get there little bit by little bit. There's always Google, YouTube to find out where screws are, so mammoth job. Right, removing the seat. These seats are held in by 4 M10 multi-spline fixings, and there's just 3 electrical connectors, and that's it, the seat's out. So if for some reason you wanted to remove the seats on your car, or any car in fact, and it hadn't been in an accident, so no airbags had deployed, or you don't have any warning lights on the dashboard, and you wanted to remove the seat, in this circumstance it's a good idea to wait 3 minutes or so after disconnecting the battery before you disconnect these electrical connectors, because it will throw up an airbag error on your dashboard even when you reconnect it, and it can be costly to get that light taken out. So it's just to prevent that from happening. If you disconnect the battery, let it power down for 3 minutes, then disconnect that yellow connector, you'll be fine. It won't bring up any airbag error messages. Front seats out. Just need to access the seat belts, remove the center console and the dashboard, and possibly headlining. So I've got to try and get all this done because the airbag kit's on the way. All the fixing in this dashboard pretty much the same. T20 Torx fixing. If you're stripping a dashboard or anything plastic, door cards, trims, it's always best to try and use plastic trim tools, as metal ones just gouge out the plastic and damage them really easily. In the 12 years I worked in a body shop, I'd never replaced a dashboard on a vehicle, and purely the reason for this is that if airbags deploy on a vehicle like this, 99% of the time that car is a total loss. An insurance company will not pay for an approved accident repair centre to replace all that dashboard. One, they'd have to buy the dashboard genuine from the dealership, which could cost a few £1,000s, but also it's labour intensive. It takes a long time to strip everything down and get that out and get it back in, so they just write the car off. Oh, got an airbag switch. Oh. This side's off.
What about the other side?
Let's go have a look. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking very good. This is my first dashboard.
How long's it taken you?
About 10 minutes. Got a connection up there in the centre. I think it's for a speaker or some kind of sensor.
What you got?
I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a light for the alarm system. Put that somewhere safe. This side feels looser than that side now. Let's go back round that side. There's some yarn. Clip, that's what it was. Holding it on a clip.
Want the key out? Where are you going with that?
Buy a damaged car, they said. It will be fun, they said.
Hey, give us a twirl.
Looks a right mess, doesn't it? Right. Roof liner, roof airbags, seat belts, and then we're done. We just got to remember to put it all back together properly.
What's next?
A cup of tea. Come on.
You don't drink tea?
A latte. Caramel. Come on. And in with the new dash. Cut.
Wait.
Restart that again. Just putting the dashboard roughly whereabouts it should be, whilst I look and route all the wires and the cables in the correct place. So I wouldn't want to trap anything or forget the routing of something, so I'm just going to try and make it as best as possible. Now I have to do everything that I've just done backwards. I have to make sure all these harnesses are routed in the correct way. It would be painful to put most of the screws back in and then find the harnesses not routed correctly and doesn't reach.
2 plugs. Just check there's no screws. Yeah, there's a screw there. It's a close one. Oops. Bloody hell. Nothing else? Yeah, we're good to go.
What now, babes? Dinner? What happened?
Got power.
Oh, just a bit slow.
Nothing much is coming up, is it? Still can't move that. Right, let's get this built up, this area. Need some music, don't we?
Just thinking the same thing.
What can I start humming?
Yeah.
So, that there
What, where?
is the SRS module. Now, I've been told on these they don't need changing. When changing all the airbags, we can just reset the airbag light and everything should be good. So, fingers crossed that's correct. Doesn't look that difficult to get to actually. We should still be able to get to that even after everything's built up. Yeah, let's get the knee airbag in.
Brand spanking new knee airbag.
Smoking on a pancake. Like that. Lovely. So that's going to protect your knees in the event of a crash. Let's try again. I do have a magnetic one of these.
Where is it then?
Just can't be asked to go in there.
$30 newts.
Perfect. Absolutely Perfect. This is just like a Golf. Look, look. The light works. Winning. Screw hole. Let's put a fix in there. If you see a hole, shove it in. Airbag. Okay, so be careful. Be careful. Airbag there. Looks like it's meant to go there, doesn't it? What do you reckon? We need to make sure we connect everything up. Yeah? Everything. So, we've got, this is what I like to do before. Count all the plugs. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in total. We had a bit of technical issues when it comes to recording the refitment of the center console. For some reason I can't find the videos anywhere. Headlining airbags. These clips are pretty difficult. But there's 2 little holes. You see that little tabs? You've just got to put a screwdriver in there and squeeze the tabs together. They should come out alright. But this is the first one I've got out that's not broke. Because obviously the airbags that I put in are going to be second hand brand new. So they may have some broken clips and I'll have some spare. Right, these are the clips here. These are the tools that I found are the best. A screwdriver, flat blade, the small head, and this trim tool, which has got a bit of a step in it, so it gives you a bit of leverage. This one's quite, already feels like it's stretched out, so. And that's it. Sweet. Headliner can crease quite easily. The front's still up. Managed to get around it without taking it completely down. There are a couple of creases in it from the airbags deploying anyway. But we're going to have a look at some methods to try and get some of the creases out, try and make it look as factory as possible. Airbags are all in. Everything's going pretty well. I've gained access to the seat belts. Changed this side. This side's still locked. So I just need to strip this, disconnect the connection here and here. Take out these 2 T25 Torx and these multi-spline fixings here. and here, and I've already disconnected that from there because it was extremely tight and hard for me to get this trim off. So I'm going to take this off and change it, and then put the headlining back up, trimmers back on, seats back in. Not a better time to give everything a good hoover whilst the seats are all out. We're going to put the seats back in now, the seats, driver and passenger. Now the driver's seat is the more difficult of the two. Just be careful of the steering wheel when putting the driver's seat in. Beautiful. Dashboard, it's all in. Seat belts, all fully functional. It's tidied up quite nicely. Just got 3 reports. Proactive occupant protection unavailable. So I've done a bit of research. I think that's something to do with like the automatic braking when the car thinks it's going to have an accident. I don't know if that's something to do with the radar. It's been disconnected. It's the original radar that came off the car, I think, unless I mixed them up. Well, no, I couldn't have, because I just took the one out of the grille, put the new one in. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to look more into that. Washer fluid's low, and the door's open because I've opened the door. So yeah, currently just them 2 issues that I need to sort out. Other than that, the car looks, I'm really pleased. The car looks lovely. Now I'm going to strip this car right down. I'm going to take all the mouldings off the bumpers and the grills, the bonnet insulation. I'm going to strip it right down, so it's just the part that needs painting off, going to go off to the body shop. This is going to save me a lot of money as it's labour intensive, and I'm trying to be lean, trying to save as much money as possible in doing this, and anything that I can do myself, I'm going to do. So yeah, get everything now, strip right down off the front, that's a different colour from the car, and get it off to the body shop to be painted, so it all matches and it's all the same colour. The number plate plinth is held on by 5 push clips. Just make sure you get the little centerpiece that pushes straight through. And to release the washer jet hose in the front bumper, you just squeeze the 2 blue tabs each side and it should release, but this side's giving me an absolute pain. Not having none of it, I think the previous owner must have glued this on or something. So what we've done, we just took the washer, the washer jet completely out. It doesn't want to come off, so it can stay on there forever. Why I'm removing all this, I mean, it probably can get painted with all these brackets all inside, but if you can see, look, all this muck and mud and dirt is all behind there. So it's going to be extremely difficult to clean before paint. And what happens in the spray booth, and this is all dries up, and he starts painting, this might blow out and fall on the paint and just look a mess. So just to try and make the best possible job. Now this is the grill. Yeah, cold drinks. My glass is there. I don't think so, just squash it. There are so many little air guides and grills on this front bumper, and they all come off in a certain sequence, so it's an absolute minefield, but clip by clip. Next step, get this bottom trim off and get these 3 grills out. These little clips are an absolute pain in the ass, but clip by clip we'll get there. This needs to come off first, so we'll start over here, this corner. Like I say, bit by bit. This grill's actually broke, so it doesn't matter if we just rag it out, but I don't want to break any clips off the bumper. Anymore unless you don't necessarily damage. Got a little rhythm going, haven't we? One broken front grille. I got this grille brand new off Facebook, genuine Volkswagen, for a tenner. There's one little locating clip which holds it straight, and then you turn it at an angle and then it comes off, so it doesn't break, just like that. And you've got the that washer jet. So look, all these little bits have all got to be pushed out. Why not just make some little screw holes and just screw it in? That would be too simple, wouldn't it? So I think this bit actually comes off. Just got to keep the pressure there.
Pop, pop. Yeah. Keep the rhythm, get the rhythm.
That's it.
Get on up.
Part of the grill, one of many. This one's all right, not damaged. Right, back on this bit. All these blades and fins. Goes right round to here. You can see how in a body shop hours of labour can rack up and cars can get written off. I mean, they're just writing off cars for not just that.
It's the stripping and the preparation that costs them money.
The resale cost of damaged vehicles has obviously gone up massively. Probably due to me and my heavy influence
how easy it is to get a car back on the road, that you can do it on your drive. Well, most of the work on your drive. Just with a few caveman tools. Beautiful. Where was we? That's it. I think that's out. Ready to go.
Give it a twirl.
I've removed all these sensors from the loom, and I've removed the rubbers and kept them somewhere just to keep them safe, because if I send them to the body shop with the rubbers on, oh that's probably not going to work. I might not get the rubbers back, so yeah. So this car is in pretty good condition, other than the damage on the front and the damage to the doors on the driver's side. Apart from this mark here on the bumper. I think this was also done at the yard, because that looks like it was done on some kind of racking or something. But whilst I'm having it all painted, in my opinion, I know people will say, it's not a brand new car, but for the sake of a couple of £100, I would rather get that done. And if I'm going to save some money on the door, if I hopefully find two driver side doors in the same colour, then I'll save £700, because it's £1,000 to repair and paint them two side doors. If I can get them for around 300, 400 quid, I'm going to save 600-700 quid. So I could spend a couple £100 on having the car looking really clean and in a really nice condition, so I'd rather do that.
Rear tail lights on this Golf, they're quite easy to remove. They're held in with like one plastic wing nut that you can kind of undo by hand, and there's like two locating pins either at the end into the rear quarter, and it like should just come out after disconnecting the electrical connection. 4 T25 Torx fixings going through the wing liner into the sides of the bumper, and then there's 1 T25 Torx screws going up through the bumper into the rear quarter each side, and then along the bottom there are some little T15 clip screws that need removing.
See this clip here? If you don't take the real tail light out, you can't see that. Try to pull it out, it just breaks. So just push it down.
Once the bumper's off, all the sensors are removed, disconnected, and rubbers taken off ready for paint. The reflectors removed, and remove the rear bumper valance, so the bumper's ready for paint. It's completely bare.
Michael Armstrong. Ready to go, bro. Ready to go. We have parts to go.
So the car's all stripped down. I feel like I'm getting there now with this car. If you're enjoying the watch, please make sure you're subscribed, you like, and I'll be sure to see you on the next part where I finally get this vehicle all built up and finished. Thanks guys. Just a sneak peek guys, this is my 2021 Audi S3, which is a category S that I won on a Copart auction.